2020. Are you ready?
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to round number 4 of the Rich Energy British Mini Bikes. We are here in Lancashire, just on the outskirts of Wigan at Three Sisters. This is a very popular track with the mini bike crowd, back here once again on this brutally fast circuit, and we are looking towards a good afternoon's racing. My name is Chris Sora, delighted to... So I think we just need to pause for breath for a moment there after Group B, but we can't really because Group A is about to start. And let's have a look at how things were at the front. Ryan Tyres setting first on pole position, 59.488. Jim Lovell, Rhys Stevenson third. The impressive Chase Collymore, another rider to look out for, in fourth. James Mostick fifth. Those 5 riders breaking the 1 minute barrier this morning. Phil Dickens in 6th position. Jake Whittaker, Joe Woodward, Scott McGibbon and John Buckle rounding out the top 10 from Ed Peed and Daniel Pearson. 13th position was Dougie Craven from Ben Clucas. Jamie Callan, Sebastian Barron, Dominic Herbertson and Andrew Jones was in 18th place. Ben Rain 19th. Mike Smallbones, Carl Sanders, Charlie Hopkins 22nd. 23rd was Chris McKay from Ian Rogerson. And looking further back, we've got unidentified rider from Ben Rabicki, Gav Tapperton, Ben Nixon, Anthony Moore, 30th position. Rounding out the rest of the field was Hevin Owen with a 104.625. Another 31 rider field as the riders make their way out onto the formation lap. And as you mentioned before there, Jake, it's 31 riders. And for those of you that are familiar with the series, of course, you will know a lot of the tracks we look at, for example, Ella Park and Lydd, for example, had a fairly decent start straight, quite a quick start to the lap. This is one of the fastest tracks on the calendar with that Conrod straight, but like we mentioned a few moments ago, they are pretty much straight into that 180-degree right-hander. 31 riders, and the most technical part of the track being that first half lap is going to be a very tight opening lap.
Well, we saw it in Group B. If a rider doesn't get off of the line very, very quickly at all, you can run into all sorts of dramas. We very nearly had riders down right at the start, which would have been a disaster. But the key in terms of trying to get a good run out of the openings is going to be one thing and one thing exactly. You have to make sure that you are in the right place at the right time. There's no point trying to go out there, be aggressive from turn 1, because this isn't really a natural overtaking space on slow, trying to speed up corners. You need to wait for that turn 2. That's the place where you can really start being aggressive, maybe to attack, maybe very similar to a track like Motegi.
And of course a good start, very important indeed, because like with any sort of road racing, the riders starting on a grid position, not like, for example, motocross, where everyone charges into the first corner. But it's the same principle, of course. If you can be amongst those first 3 or 4 riders, you can use your own lines and try and pull away from the rest of the pack. Those guys further down will have a bit of work to do. They've got to get the elbows out and stay strong on those first few corners, as the final few riders now making their way down towards the final corner to line up. This, of course, is a good bunch of riders here, of course. Pitbike, Spares, Stock 160 Group A. Some very experienced names throughout the field and some top names at the front. This first half lap or so will be very close indeed. Let's hope, of course, once again that we get a clean start as the last few riders make their way onto the start line. It looks like we are about ready to go for moto number 1 of the Pitbike Spares Stock 160 Group A. Last few riders in position and just making sure the bikes are okay. I think everyone seems okay. One rider possibly out of position. They're just sorting that one out, but now we're ready to go. The green flag goes up and Group A is about to get underway. Flag drops and away they go. Great jump there from 3rd place.
And there's not much more you can say about that, trying to run the outside line, but it's going to get pushed out wide here a little bit. There is that 197 just going on through and trying to go through. Sorry, the 97 of Jim Lovell there, just starting to struggle a little bit as they go on through. And that's 2 riders straight on there at turn 2. They continue on at the front as they go on through. That's the 162 bike then that's gone down. Both back on, both looking to get back going again. But it looks like it's clean from the front as they now start to hit the Lunar Bend.
Great start there from the 1-2-3 of Rhys Stevenson, Chase Collymore, 2 of the young stars getting away well at the front. Ryan Tyers with a great jump on the field there as well. Jim Lovell just behind in second. There we see Stevenson and Collymore getting a great jump. Now the 2 of these riders, they're quite small, they're quite light, so that might benefit them down the straight as well. Collymore in particular looking threatening down Conrod Straight as they make their way down towards the final corner. Very close on the edge of the top 10. Mostica, Dickens, Whitaker, Woodward, Scott McGivern, John Buckle, all in there as always. A pass for the lead, I believe there. Jim Lovell going down the inside and may well have taken the lead.
And just has, and what an important move this is for the race lead as well. Remember, Jim Lovell is 70 points back in the championship on Ryan Tyers, who leads this one outright. So this is going to be a really big battleground to see. And it's worth noting that Ryan Tyers has 5 of the first 6 race wins in this series. Wants to try and go out there and be aggressive, but this is the battling that we see. Stevenson in 3rd, Collymore in 4th, and do not count out Mostica, who's having an absolute revelation in the Veterans 40+ League.
Mostica's well and truly in there. Interesting to watch Ryan Tyers through Lunar Bend taking a wider line, trying to get the drive on the exit to try and get a bit more speed down the straight. Can't really do much about Lovell at the moment as we look at Stevenson. Collymore looking threatening just a little bit further behind there. We see the rest of the top 10 going down Conrod Straight, back to the leaders though. And again, we see those smaller riders there, Stevenson and Collymore, really do close up on the straight. Now we're going through to the first few corners there. We see Stevenson coming under some pressure from Mostica. Youth versus experience here. And Collymore, meanwhile, on the number 7, is looking really threatening. If he can stay on the back of Tyers, we'll be looking to get a tow down the straight.
Chase Collymore looks absolutely fantastic. He is money here today at Three Sisters and will be trying to do anything to try and get above that 3rd place then as they go to the Lunar Bend once again. This is all about momentum out of the exit. Who's got exactly what they need? The mid-pack as well. 6th place on backwards. Whitaker, Dickens as well as they continue to scrap. Look at this from Collymore down to the inside. Really getting a good run then. On the straight there at Conrod is up to 2nd and is thinking about Lovell here for the race lead.
Lovely line out of Lunar Bend there for Chase Collymore, up to 2nd place and down the inside of Lovell, but he's not going to make that move stick there. Lovell's got the line into the corner. Immediately Ryan Tyers trying to fight back on the outside as they go into the first corner. Collymore guards that inside line. He's got to try and push the 55 out here, but no, it's not going to happen there. Nice little move there from Ryan Tyers on that outside line to go back into 2nd place. This is all going to benefit, well, I was going to say it's going to benefit Jim Lovell, but he's not really pulling away. Look at this though, we've got 5 riders. All of these could win the race quite easily. Let's have a look at Collymore again though, because he looks very strong. He's got trouble here further down the field, and we'll try and pick that rider up. This is trouble there just on the 2nd corner, but the race goes on. And again, Collymore, look how quick he is down the straight.
Yeah, you can see just how easy it is just to get going. Looks like bikes being picked up right now as they continue on and look to keep on going as you've had a little ooh, because look at that to the front. It is Collymore who has found exactly what was needed. That straight is dynamite at the moment for Chase. But look at that, straight back down for the 97. Lovell straight back through, and Ryan Tyers under pressure for 3rd position. Do not sleep on Stevenson, who was in 5th place coming over the line last time by, because any one of them could pick this one up and sat right in the catbird seat.
They've just got to hold on here because there's a fallen rider on that 2nd corner. Rider is okay. That's the 51
Dickens.
That's gone down. Dickens, yeah, he's in trouble, but Rider okay. So the battle for the lead pausing momentarily. Certainly can't write off the 5th place rider, the 1-2-3. Rhys Stevenson just at the back of this little group here at the moment. Certainly was less than a second covering these top 5 riders, so he could certainly have a go now. Look at this now. We've got Tyers just trying to bulk Collymore here. He knows that Collymore's strong down the straight and trying to make that bike as wide as possible. Here comes Collymore though, down the inside. He finds that line. He's going to get a jump down the straight here. Mostica side by side into the top corner, but Chase Collymore has got the line into the top corner. Tyers right on the back wheel there, and Stevenson in 5th. I'll tell you what, just talking about Rhys Stevenson again, he's got the advantage here of looking at the lines and maybe just trying to find a way through here.
Oh, there is no words that can describe just how aggressive everyone is being right now. They are fanging it through every single corner right now, trying to gain some advantage. Lovell now at the front, and there's a little look for third. Oh, stand up! Stand up and make yourself counted. Ryan Tyres down the inside.
Let's have a look.
Replay on screen.
Cracking move here. He got the bike down the inside, got the front wheel in there, and a hard but fair pass there. Took that line away from him. Fantastic move. 5 laps to go here. And things start to hot up. Just looking at the rest of the top 10, we've got Jake Whittaker in 6th place, Daniel Pearson, John Buckle, Scott McGibbon, Ed Peed in 10th, Ben Rea and Dominic Herbertson just a little bit further behind. Those riders just making their way to the start of the lap. All the action here at the top as Collymore again going for the lead from Lovell, who's got that bike parked nicely. Let's have a look at Collymore though. Down, he's got the jump to the final corner. Down the hill they come. Oh, and he has to be brave there, Collymore. But it's not going to work out. Lovell's got the speed, the momentum on the outside line there. Looks like Mostica now up to 3rd place, Tyres 4th, Stevenson 5th, and Tyres back into 3rd. Oh, side by side the leaders, and Lovell still leads, but Collymore holding on to that 2nd place.
Doing just enough then to hold on to that. Tyres in 3rd is looking really aggressive. It's been the one making the moves. Little bit of a defensive line then. In towards turn 3 and through the S's 4 and 5. They come along onto the next straight and now starting to push. Now it's all about now who is going to be the first to blink. You can't afford to show your hand too early. Is that something that Collymore has maybe done? Trying to make move upon move upon move in the early goings. Maybe has shown the hand, but look at this, another fantastic run, and it looks like it's bike supremacy here, because look at Stevenson as well. It's through. Collymore to lead, Stevenson up to 3rd.
Smaller riders, of course, they may have the advantage on the straight with that lighter weight. They've got a clear track in front of them, incidentally. There is a mid... Oh, look at that down the inside. Again, Lovell, and of course the experienced head there of the 97 Jim Lovell back into the lead. I was about to say there that they have got a clear... You can't pause for words here. They've got a clear track in front of them. So 3 laps to go. There is some midfield riders making their way down the straight at the moment. So unless they really push each other on, it shouldn't be a factor as Collymore again goes down the inside. So clear track for these riders. 3 laps to go, almost 2.5 laps to go now. And this could be a straight fight to the flag.
This is some incredible riding action that we've got right now in the Lunar Bend. This is where Collymore gains the advantage on maybe those who are a little bit taller behind, like Lovell, like Tyres, who are 1 and 2 in the championship right now. The last thing they would have wanted was a scrap, and there is Tyres under pressure here, because that is going to be Stevenson trying to go around the outside, and oh, a little look from Mostica on the inside, the veteran, trying to find a way through, but not able to right now. Lovell back to control, though, at the front. It goes to show you how powerful that toe really is.
Very important on the back straight, and again, Lovell holding on to the lead. We go down to, well, should be 2 laps to go now, I believe. Collymore just shadowing in that 2nd place. There's Mostica as Stevenson has a look down the inside. Out of nowhere, though, Ryan Tyres down the inside, but he's outbraked himself, and Collymore will regain the 2nd place as they leave the hairpin. This is going to benefit Jim Lovell here, though. If these riders 2nd through to 5th place start battling and getting in each other's way, Lovell's just got to try and put those good laps in. They go through the Lunar bit. Oh, and again there we see some aggressive riding here. They're going to slow each other up here, and this is going to benefit Jim Lovell.
Wow, this is some brilliant battling. Ryan Tyres up into 2nd, and now look at this. Let's fan it out. 3 wide on Conrad.
4.
Why don't we? 4 wide as they go up in towards the Pentith climb, and it's Mostica who moves up into 2nd position. They still stay with Lovell, though, as they go through, and it's all to play for right now. They've got to get themselves worked out and into line now. It's 1 lap to go here at Three Sisters, and Lovell right now, to the tune of what is going to be half a second right now, has just got to keep it clean.
Yes, Lovell has got to put a good lap in here and just hope that these guys in 2nd still keep scrapping with each other. They've lost a bit of ground to Lovell here. Half a second, it's not much, but it could be enough for Lovell. He's got to put a clean lap in here, stay out of trouble. Still, they've got a clear track in front. They're not going to have trouble with back markers on this final lap. And as you can see, the 97 of Jim Lovell leads the way. Half a second. Mostica now trying to get a toe in 2nd. Collymore, as we have seen before, is very strong on the back. Oh, no! Trouble. One of the leaders goes down. That is Mostica, I believe, that has gone down. Ryder is okay. Oh, and he looks a bit unhappy there, as who can blame him? That was a terrible shame for him. Collymore now clear then down the back straight, and that has just about allowed Tyres to stay in that 3rd place from Rhys Stevenson. But Collymore's going to have a go here. Slow rider on the final corner, but it looks like Lovell's done enough.
Wow, what a result. Lovell takes the checkered flag on an all-Titanic fight Tyres just about finishes ahead of Stevenson, and that was crucial actually, Mostica coming off the bike there late, because Ryan Tyres, instead of losing 18 points overall, only loses 15 points to Jim Lovell. The lead gap comes under 1 race. It is now a 55-point margin, and Mostica here pretty much disconsolate at this stage, trying to make sure that bike comes in as the rest of the riders start to make a way in. McGiven just jumping into 10th.
Yeah, just seen a bit of a small mistake. They'll try and have a look at that possibly again from the machine of... he's falling down the field, of course, the unfortunate James Mostica, as the rest of the top 20 go through. Ben Klukas, Carl Sanders. There again is Mostica. That's a terrible shame for him, and no wonder he's disappointed, because he was on there for a good result. Rider okay, but he's going to finish way down the field. As you mentioned, of course, not many riders lapped in that one, so effectively he is at the back of the field with less than half a lap to go. And well, just seemed to lose the... I don't know if he lost the front end. It seemed to tuck in on him almost coming out of the corner. Had to be quick out of Luna Bend. Just seemed to lose a bit of traction on the front, and down he went. So bad luck for Mostica. We'll see him, of course, later in the pit bike bets, but well done to Jim Lovell. Chase Collymore, fastest lap of the race, finishing in 2nd place. Ryan Tyres, Reece Stevenson, and Jake Whittaker running up the top 5. So plenty of